Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. We are going to do some after the fact Gematria, aka also known as hindsight bias. If you don't know what hindsight bias is, let's make it the word of the day. Hindsight bias is a psychological phenomena in which one becomes convinced they accurately predicted an event before it occurred. It causes overconfidence in one's ability to predict other future events, and it may lead to unnecessary risks. So let's do some of that right now. Let's do some after the fact gematria. Let's do some hindsight bias. MLB is by far the worst sport for me when it comes to decoding, and I never hide that fact for any who follow my work. So understand that this is simply after the fact gematria that I'm about to do right now, also known as hindsight bias. I have been applying anything and everything to the Gabby Petito murder mystery that took place this year, and most times, not all times, but most of the time, it's worked out surprisingly well. I attached the Gabby Petito narrative to the Astros over the Red Sox and was able to come to the correct conclusion. However, I tried attaching those same Gabby numbers to the Dodgers and Braves series to push a game 7, and it didn't work out too well. My excuse for now is that I should have probably looked into another passing that took place this year along with Gabby's, and it happened much earlier in the year, specifically Hank Aaron, who is representative of the Atlanta Braves, and the numbers between Gabby's death versus Aaron's death. So here they are. Fair warning though, I'm probably going to be showing you some numbers regarding the death of Hank Aaron that no one has told you or shown you. So you might see some new stuff here that you're not aware of, which is cool. But just warning. Hank Aaron, he passed away on January 22nd, written 1/22. The words Gabby Petito sums to 122. The Atlanta Braves player who won the MVP for the championship series against the Dodgers this year, it was Eddie Rosario, who sums to 122. Eddie, his birthday this year, just so happened to have landed on the 22nd day of the first month on the Hebrew civil year, written 22/1, a reflection of 122. And earlier in the week, the same week that they advanced to the World Series, the remains of Gabby's fiance, Brian Laundrie, was discovered on the 221st day of the Hebrew religious year, aka the ecclesiastical year. 221, 122, 221, 122, 122. Here's something most probably didn't include in their Hank decodes. I doubt this will show up in any books involving Gematria and Hank Aaron. But the word Braves in Gematria, aka an ancient Hebrew Jewish practice, sums to 67 and 95. And Hank Aaron died on the 9th day of the 5th month for the Hebrew civil year, written 9/5. Gabby's last birthday for her remaining life was on the 6th day of the 7th month of the Hebrew civil year, written 6/7. And then, of course, Braves entered the World Series by picking up their 95th win for this season. Braves, 67-95. Hank Aaron died, 9/5. Gabby's last birthday, 6/7. How many of you knew he died on the 9th day of the 5th month? From Hank Aaron's death to Gabby's last birthday marked a total span of 1 month and 26 days. kind of like the number 126. And it was the 126th day of the Hebrew Civil Year when Hank died. The ninth day of the fifth month, like 95. Braves, some to 95. The 126th day of the Hebrew Civil Year. 1 month and 26 days till Gabby's last birthday, which would be on the 6th day of the 7th month on the Hebrew Civil Year. Braves, 67 and 95. The 126th day of the Hebrew Civil Year, the day that Hank died, was a day leaving 227 left in the Hebrew Civil Year. The Braves MVP, Eddie, his birthday this year just so happened to land on the 22nd day of the 7th month for the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, the ecclesiastical year, written 227. He wears the number 8. The number 8 in Gematria, an ancient Hebrew Jewish practice, sums to 49. And 227 is the 49th prime number mathematically. 27th day of the Hebrew, 22nd day of the 7th month for the Hebrew. A day leaving 227 left on the Hebrew Civil Year. Hank died at the age of 86, and I always joke about myself, who was born in the year 1986, on the 86th day of that year, that I would live to be 86. I always joke about that with people in my family. I always say that, especially my nephew. I always joke with him. I'm like, I'm going to be 86. And he's like, why? How do you know? And I'll be like, because I was born in 86 on the 86th day. And he just kind of laughs. And then also the words sports predictions equal 86. And here I am stuck with this sports prediction thing that I got going on. But that's neither here nor there. From the day of Hank's death to the birthday of the MVP, Eddie, is a distance of 8 months and 6 days. Kind of like the number 86. And he wears the number 8, and the word 8 sums to 86. It's a distance of 249 days since Hank's death till Eddie's birthday this year. And the words Gabby Petito sums to 249 and 87. And it's a distance of 8 months and 6 days, but it's a total span of 8 months and 7 days. Kind of like the number 87. And Dodgers were eliminated in their 87th road game of the season this year. And Gabby's last photo on Instagram was of her in front of a monarch butterfly, which sums to 87, with the caption that read, Happy Halloween. 67 days till the upcoming Halloween holiday. 67, the 19th prime number mathematically. 19, the 8th prime number. Rosario, the MVP, wearing the number 8. And also the word 19, 67, the 19th prime, 19, the 8th prime. 19 also sums to 86 as well, just like 8 sums to 86. Gabby's last birthday was the 6th day of the 7th month, written 6/7 of the Hebrew Civil. We just talked about that right here. Braves, 67 and 95. Hank Aaron died on the 9th day of the 5th month. Her last birthday was the 6th day of the 7th month. 67 days to the Halloween. 67 the 19th prime, 19 the 8th prime. Rosario MVP. Where's the number 8? 19 sums to 86. Dead at 86. The Braves will face off against the Astros in the World Series. Astros have Halloween colors. Her last caption, Happy Halloween. With the pumpkin, Happy Halloween. And if it makes it to a Game 5, Game 5 will be played on Halloween, so long as neither team sweeps the other. And the Astros manager, his full name, Johnny B. Dusty Baker Jr., sums to 87, like Monarch Butterfly 87. Like 8 months and 7 days, a total span, 87. Gabby Petito, 87. Also, I believe the MVP for the Astros, his full name sums to 87. And then he wears the number 44. But Gabby Petito was born on the 19th of March, written 19/3. It was the 78th day of the Gregorian year. His full name, Henry Louis Aaron, sums to 78. She was born on the 78th day. His full name sums to 78. And he's most notable for wearing the number 44. And math tells us the number 193 is the 44th prime number. Born on 19/3, the 78th day. His full name sums to 78. He wears the number 44. 193, the 44th prime. We saw William Shatner enter space 44 on the 7th day of the 8th month on the Hebrew religious side, the ecclesiastical side, written 7/8. I mean, how many of you even knew that? Is this your first time hearing that? The Braves are only 2 losses away from their 78th for the season this year, which they'll probably get, I think, at least 2 losses in the World Series to hit that 78. But they're also 4 wins away from picking up their 397th all-time head-to-head win against the Astros. And mathematics tells us that 397 is the 78th prime number. So that could potentially be the series right there. Braves only lose 2 more games to give them that 78th loss. And they win 4 games to get that 397th all-time head-to-head, the 78th prime. That means the series would end in Game 6, 4-2, if we're calculating it. So there's potential there for that, for those who are looking for a potential future play. Maybe that's what it is. We'll see. We'll find out. The day of Hank's death was the 22nd day of the Gregorian year, with the 44 date numerology on it. Now, I know everybody knows that. I know everybody and their mom knows that part, that connection. But it's the 22nd day of the Gregorian with 44 date numerology. Gabby's last birthday, she turned 22 years old. She has a tattoo that read "Let It Be," which sums to 44. She was found near a rainbow, 44. Her father gave out a tribute of her wearing rainbow angel wings. And she was found in the 44th state, aka Wyoming. Both the number 4 seed wildcard teams made it to the championship series. The number 4 seed Red Sox and the number 4 seed Dodgers. Both were the sacrifice teams for the teams that are now in the World Series, 4-4. They both lost. They both made it and they both lost. The words Henry Aaron equals 119. And he died on the 9th day of the 11th month for the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, written 9/11. How many knew that? How many knew that? How many knew the 95 and the 9/11? The 9th day of the 5th month for the Hebrew civil, Brave summed to 95. His name sums to 119 without his middle name. And it was also the 9th day of the 11th month on the Hebrew religious side, 9/11. How many knew about the 9/11 and the 95 for the day of his death? Is it in any Gematria books? I doubt it. The words Gabrielle Petito sums to 156, and she was officially reported missing on the 11th of September, written 11/9. And math tells us that the number 9/11 is the 156 prime number. If the World Series makes it to a Game 6, kind of like the scenario I talked about, 4-2, Braves win 4-2, potentially they get at least 2 losses to get their 78th for the season, 4 more wins to get that 397th to 78th prime, head-to-head against the Astros. If it does make it to a Game 6, it will be played a distance of 9 months and 11 days since Hank Aaron's passing, like 9/11, because he passed away on the 9th day of the 11th month for the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, like 9/11. Gabrielle Petito, 156, reported missing on 9/11. 9/11, the 156 prime number. The manager for the Braves, his full name is Brian. I put Brain. his name is Brain Gerald Snitker. No, Brian Gerald Snitker, which sums to 119 as well. And the manager for the Astros was born on the 15th of June, written 15/6, like 156. Now, there's definitely more, but I am 100% sure most of you didn't even know about any of the Hebrew calendar connections that I have made in this video surrounding the death of Hank, or in relation to Gabby Petito, or in relation to William Shatner going into space on the seventh day of the eighth month for the Hebrew. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are interested in this stuff. I really appreciate your support. And yeah, thanks for watching.